They can do it the how was the weekend and how are your various families? I believe that you people are fine. I believe that irrespective of whatever is going on in the world now, that you're doing your best as a man to take care of your family, and as a woman you're doing your best to support your husband, to support your family. And then for those of us who are not yet legally married and the rest of them, yeah, I believe you are doing what is in your best interest and what is in the best interest of your future. So this is me saying good morning. This is me checking up on every one of you, and also most importantly, I'm thanking you this day for engaging with the contents on this channel. The truth is that all I talk about on this channel is about the development of Africa through the regional development of the various components. For example, I believe in a Nigeria that works, but I believe that for Nigeria to work, that Nigeria has to be developed from the various component parts of the nation. For example, we have the southeastern region, which is where I come from. We have the southern region. We have the western region, the northeast, the south, the northeast and the northwest, and the middle belt and all that. At the end of the day, what we want is a nation that works for us. If we can come from our regions to the center with our various areas of comparative strength, I believe that is the way for this nation to go. Now, that being said, I'm also zooming in this time on the southeastern political office holders. I am very critical about the political office holders because the truth is that they are the ones with the power to make decisions that affect our welfare as a people. Now, I want to ask, why is it that some of our political leaders, when they get into office, intentionally choose to forget about the projects of the previous government, even the projects that were good or that were initiated by the previous government that will mean well for the people? They ignore most of these projects and start entirely new projects. I know that some people will say that this could be a bit, you know, to have their own, to be in charge, not knowing what was done in the negotiation of the former contract and all that. But I think that these political leaders in question, have the power to renegotiate where it is necessary and do what is in the interest of the people. The Southeast is laced with a whole lot of abandoned projects. If you go to Anambra, you're going to see quite a lot. If you go to Imo State, this case is the same. If you go to Enugu State, the case is the same. I wouldn't know of Ebonyi State, sincerely. But if you come to my state of Abia, that is also the same situation and narrative. And I want to ask, if we really want to develop, it is high time for us to look at these projects that were conceived that really would impact positively on the welfare of the Nigerian and the southeastern people and commence with their completion. Worst case scenario, you renegotiate such contract and start it off. Because the truth is that we all cannot run to Lagos, we all cannot run to Abuja. The truth is that for those of us who are still here, the political leadership should do their best to make sure that we have the necessary things with which to live our lives, contribute to the economy of the Southeast, pay our taxes, and live the best of lives down here in the Southeast. This is security that is happening all over the place, apart from people who are naturally tilted, who tilt naturally towards crime. Some of these guys are jobless. So that is why it is easy for them to be recruited into getting involved into a whole lot of criminal activities. Why don't we start thinking of how to combat this insecurity by actively developing the region? Why don't we start thinking of doing projects that will help employ our people, give them gainful employment? I'm not talking about employment of 20,000, 30,000 naira. I'm talking about employment that will pay very well. And at the end of the day, we have these people being able to take care of their families, and this will also help them take their eyes off criminal activities. I'm worried about the insecurity in my region. It gives me sleepless nights. I have headaches thinking of what my friends and brothers who have the funds, who want to come and invest but cannot come down to invest in the southeast because of insecurity. The truth is that some of our governments here are fighting it, and they are doing a lot for it. But then I would want us to have a comprehensive approach towards this. We know we have the kinetic approach of tackling insecurity and the non-kinetic. While the kinetic is actively on course, it is my wish that the political stakeholders start looking at the non-kinetics, which will entail developing the region in such a way that our people will be gainfully employed, so that they can work remotely, they can have the skill, they can have the infrastructure to do all they need to do to earn very, very decent living. I believe that the Southeast has what it takes to show the world how things should be done. And I call on every one of us, even you, the citizen, do your part. Ask the questions and do what you're supposed to do for this region to develop.